All right, hello everybody. Welcome to 90.9, the quadratic for your Algebra 2 rational function quiz number 2 review. Here are the answers. This is what you did today in class. Guys, on 1 through 9, it's all about cross multiplying, all right? 1 times 25 equals x times x. Remember, you get plus or minus 5 on that answer. 7 times the quantity x minus 5 is equal to 9 times the quantity x plus 4. That's the answer you get right there. Number 3. 2 times 6x is equal to 11 times the quantity 2x minus 3, and solve it as such. You get 3.3. On number 4, you're going to have 5 times the quantity 1 minus x equals 3 times the quantity 4 plus x. That's what you get. 5, you're going to have 5 times 7x equals 8 times the quantity 3x minus 2. There's the answer you get. And on 6, some of us were a little worried today on the x squareds, but just do 3 times the quantity 2x squared plus 4x equals 6 times the quantity x squared minus 5. And the 6x squareds will cancel. You get 12x equals negative 30. X is a negative 2.5. Here you have 4 times the quantity x plus 4 equals 8 times the quantity 2x minus 3. You get 3.3 repeating. You can leave it as 40 over 12. That's fine. Guys, in number 8, we talked about 8 and 9 in class. You want to subtract 8 from both sides first, most likely. Then you have it equals 6, which is 6 over 1. Then you can simply cross multiply. Same thing on 9. If you subtract 10 from both sides, make sure that you keep the negative right there. That is a negative 2x. So don't forget about the negative. You get x equals negative 4.5. All right, so that's the first page. That's about 30% of your quiz. Take a look at the next page. Make sure the denominators are equal, all right? The lowest common multiple, the lowest common denominator mean the same thing. I can make 3, 2, and 4 into 12. If I multiply 3 by 4, 2 by 6, and 4 by 3, all the denominators are 12. When all the denominators are the same, then you just do 4 times 7, 28, equals 6 times 4x, 24x, minus 3 times 3, 9. Add 9 to both sides, divide by 24. Here, the lowest common denominator would be 8. Give this a 4 over 4. Give this a 2 over 2. Now, when all the denominators that are 8s, you have 4 times x, 4x, minus 1 equals 6. Add 1 to both sides and divide by 4. Number 12, folks, call 2 over 1. 4 and 5, if you multiply them by each other, can be made into 20. So that means I got to give 1, I got to multiply it by 20. 5x plus 4x equals 2 times 20, 40. All right, and on 13, folks, I can make 5, 3, and 15 into 15. Give this 3 over 3. Give this 5 over 5. You have 18x plus 5 is x. Subtract 18x from both sides. 5 equals negative 17x. Divide both sides by negative 17. That's your answer. All right, on 14, folks, this has an x minus 3 in the denominator. That has an x minus 3 in the denominator, so call this x over 1. Give the top and bottom an x minus 3. So x times x is x squared minus x times 3 is 3x plus 7 equals this right here. When all the denominators are the same, then the numerators make a true statement there. The x squareds cancel. Negative 3x plus 7 equals 5. Add 3x to both sides. 7/8 is your answer. Guys, you got to factor on this one. Multiplies to 10 and adds to 7. X plus 5, x plus 2. That is the common denominator. So if this guy has an x plus 2, it needs x plus 5 over x plus 5. If this one originally has the x plus 5, it needs x plus 2 over x plus 2. 5 times this quantity equals 3 times this quantity plus 13. Use distribution, combine like terms over here. Subtract 3x from both sides, subtract 10, 2x equals 18, x equals 9. All right, the next few should be very easy. If you have the same denominator, you can add and subtract. So 3 plus 2 is 5, x squared over 7, not 5x to the 4th. 2x minus 5x is negative 3x. You can do that because you have 11 in both denominators. Same denominator here, x minus 5, x minus 5, so add 3x and 5x, 8x. Negative 7 plus 13 is a positive 6. Right here, you have 3x plus 6x, that's 9x. 2 plus 7, that's 9. 6x over 1, you got to have the same denominator. So if that has an x minus 5, you got to give this guy an x minus 5. Use distribution, 6x squared minus 30x Notice how this really isn't in order, so put the 6x squared first, minus 30x second, plus 2 next. 21 is very similar to 20. Call this 3 over 1. This has an x plus 4, so give this x plus 4 over x plus 4. Use distribution. 3 times x plus 3 times 4, so 12, plus what this is right here. Combine like terms. 3x, 2x gives you 5x. 12 minus 3 gives you plus 9, all over x plus 4. Guys, when you have division with fractions, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal of what you're dividing by. So it's going to be 2 over 5x times, right down here, guys, you need to flip it. So 2y over 3. Just multiply straight across. There's no equal sign in between. 2 times 2y is 4y. 5x times 3 is 15x. Guys, on 23, you got to have the same denominator, so how can I make 5 into 20 multiplied by 4 over 4? Check. Which has the highest x? This is x to the third, that's x squared, so this needs 1 more x. That's why it gets x over x. That's y squared, that's just a single y, so I need to give this a y over y. 3 times xy is 3xy. 4 times 4 is 16. You got the plus sign in between. The common denominator would be 20. X to the third, y to the second. Here, folks, how can I make 3 into 15 if you give it a 5 over 5? So that x becomes 5x now. 2x and 5x gives you 7x minus 3 over 15. And the final page, again, your quiz tomorrow, I believe, has 30 questions just like this. Final page might be a little bit more involved. This has x plus 2. This one has x minus 2, so this fraction here needs what the other denominator has, x plus 2 over x plus 2. This fraction here needs what this other one has, x minus 2 over x minus 2. 3x times x is 3x squared, plus 3x times 2 is 6x, plus 2x times x is 2x squared, minus 2 times 2x is 4x. Combine like terms, that's what we get. 16, call 4 over 1. This guy has x squared minus 3 in the denominator, so give this an x squared minus 3, which means the top gets x squared minus 3. 4 times x squared is 4x squared minus 4 times 3, 12. Add the 2 to the negative 12. Those are like terms. You get 4x squared minus 10 over x squared minus 3. 27, folks, take a look at the denominators. They both have x minus 2. Check. This has an extra 2, so all this fraction needs is 2 over 2, all right? If you give the bottom a 2, you got to give the top a 2. So 2 times 3 gives you 6 plus what that numerator was, 5x plus 7. Add 6 and 7 together, you get 5x plus 13. Because on 28, you're dividing with two fractions again, so 2 over x plus 4. Instead of dividing, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of what we were dividing by. So we're going to multiply by x minus 2 over 3. Multiply straight across, that's 2x minus 4 over 3x plus 12 when you multiply straight across. Here we go on the final two. Again, this one looks very familiar to 25, very similar to 25. That has x minus 5, that has x plus 5. So you're going to give this first fraction the other denominator, x plus 5 over x plus 5. You're going to give this second fraction the other denominator, x minus 5 over x minus 5. Use distribution, folks, and the negative 20x and the positive 20x cancel. I believe we might have done that one in class. On 30, guys, this has x plus 1, that has x plus 1, so this fraction simply needs x minus 3 over x minus 3. Use distribution, that becomes 7x minus 21. Combine the x's, combine the constants, and that is your answer. Folks, this is your review video, 90.9 The Quadratic, signing out.